Hello children, I'm so excited to be here once again. Today I'm going to tell you a story from lesson number 7, the Sanatan and his road. Okay, so before I start my lesson, I want to ask you a question. Okay, children, have you ever done any charity so far? Okay, charity means helping other people voluntarily. Okay, so I'm sure some of you might be doing it and some of you might be did it. Okay, those who are doing it, continue to do it. Okay, and those who already did, I appreciate your work. Okay, so charity means you can do in many ways. Okay, so you can help your younger brothers and sisters in their studies. Okay, that is also charity. That means you are helping them, right? And you can even donate your old clothes and old shoes to the needy person. Okay, and even you can share your skills. Okay, all of you have lots of skills, right? Some of you might be having playing guitars, how to play guitars. You might be very good in playing guitars, and some of you might be very good in dancing and singing and drawing. You can even share your skills to other people, and you can share your skills to your friends around. Okay, and lastly, this is the right time to do charity at your home. You can help your parents, okay, in cleaning up the house, washing the dishes and washing the clothes, and even in the kitchen garden you can help them. Okay, and after this lesson, I'm sure you are going to learn something new, and this lesson will inspire you something to do difference in your life. Okay, let's learn. Let's start. Lesson number 7, Sanatan and his road. The rain fell throughout the night, and it made the road so muddy that life became miserable for everyone who had to walk on it in the morning. Okay, can you imagine? There was rain throughout the night. Okay, and next day the road was full of mud. Okay, people, whoever go out there on the road, it becomes so difficult for them to walk on the muddy road. Okay, the level of the road was also so low that mud and slime from gutters overflowed into it. Slime means unpleasant liquid. Okay, gutters, Gutters. Okay, gutters means the gutter is the edge of a road next to the pavement where rainwater collects and flows away. Okay, gutter is a drain. Okay, so I drew some picture here. This is the road that I drew. Okay, edge of this road they make like this, something like this. Okay, so this is a drain. Whenever rain comes, okay, water goes away from here. Okay, so that water will not remain on the road. That is called gutters. Okay, so here it says even the road was overflowed into it. Okay, water was not going from the gutters. Okay, so because of that, the road was full of mud. Okay, shoes and sandals sank into the mud and slime. The man and woman who walk in it seemed to be wearing boots of mud. The shoes of school-going children, which they had polished bright and beautiful before they came out of their homes, were covered with the mud. Okay, so can you see here? Shoes, sandal. Okay, so even the children's, okay, before they go to school, make sure they polish their shoes. Okay, and after that, when they come out on the road, their shoes become so dirty. Okay, even with the sandal, it's difficult to walk on that road. So the man and woman who walk on that road, okay, so they feel like they are wearing the boots of mud of boots. Okay, and it says, in some cases, even their uniforms were splattered with the mud. Bicycle wheels were caught in the sticky mud, and riders had to struggle with the pedals. Okay, so here, even on this muddy road, it's so difficult to ride the cycle. Okay, because of this muddy road, they have to struggle so much, in order to cross this road. Let's continue to read. It pained Sanatan deeply to see the miserable condition of the road. Okay, so he is the Sanatan. Okay, you can see here in this picture, he was a person habitual in neat and clean. Okay, he's kind of person who was very neat and clean. Okay, his dhoti and shirt were snow white, and his shoes were always polished black and bright. A strong sense of disgust came over Sanatan at the thought of walking through the ugly streets of mud on his way to his office. Okay, but he was compelled to struggle through it till he reached the metal street. Okay, so Sanatan, he was kind of person who was very neat and clean. Okay, so he was thinking about that muddy road. How can I cross that muddy road? It will be so difficult for me. I have to cross the road in order to go to my office. He was thinking like that. Okay, as Sanatan worried over the road, an idea suddenly struck him. Okay, so he was thinking about that muddy road, and suddenly one idea came to him. If the men of the locality work 1 or 2 hours every day in the evening after their day's work, then our problem can permanently be solved. Okay, idea came suddenly, and then he was thinking that if their locality people could work every day 1 to 2 hours, at least their problem will be solved. What we should do is to dig the earth in the open ground near the road and raise the level of the road with the earth dug out of the ground, he thought. He decided to discuss the matter with some of his neighbors. Okay, so idea came to him, and he decided to discuss with his neighbor. And so in the evening that day, Sanatan met several of his neighbors and sounded his idea to them. Okay, so he was sharing his idea to them. He said, "Dear friends, you all see the conditions of our road. Don't you think that we ourselves should do something to improve its condition?" Okay, so he asked them, every one of you see our condition of the road. Okay, I propose that we carry earth dug out of that open ground and raise the level of the road. Okay, so he was proposing if we could, carry earth, okay, and from the open area, if we could dug the earth and then put on the road, raise the level of the road, at least we will be free from the mess that has been troubling us every time it rains. Okay, but but that's the duty of the government. That's no business of ours. Why should we waste our time and energy on something that government should do? Okay, so when he discussed with the neighbors, what did they say? They said that that is government duty to do. That is not our business to do at all. Okay, replied one of the neighbors. Okay, the others said yes, showing their agreement with the neighbors. Okay, so even the other people, they said, yes, why should we do? That is government work to do. Sanatan tried to explain, it may be the government's duty to look after the road, but our government is hard pressed with a lot of problems. Okay, so Sanatan was trying to explain it to them that government also has lots of problem. Okay, if we wait the government to come and improve the conditions of the road, it will take ages, and meanwhile we all shall go on suffering like this. He was trying to explain it to them that if we wait for the government to do something, it will take lots of time. Sanatan at last found that the general opinions of his neighbors was to do nothing but to wait for the government to improve the road's condition. So Sanatan came to know that they are not going to do anything. Sanatan was disappointed. Okay, he was very upset. He never expected that the people would turn down his proposal so lightly. Okay, so he didn't expect that they will just say no to his proposal. But he was a tough man who could not be easily thwarted from doing what he thought was right. Okay, so Sanatan, he's kind of person who is very strong. Okay, very strong man. Okay, if he decided to do something, okay, he's kind of person who do the things. Okay, so thwarted means, okay, thwarted means preventing him from doing what he wanted to do. Okay, it was his firm belief that people should help themselves for the improvement of their own. Okay, he remembered how a Manipuri young man had taken care of a Sambele plant. Okay, so he has believed that people should help themselves, okay, for the improvement of their own lot. Okay, they don't need to depend on government, they don't need to depend on any other person. Okay, we need to do it by our own. Okay, he has that belief. Okay, and he remember that one Manipuri young man, how he took care of the Sambele plant. Okay, and finally got for himself a place in the Guinness Book of World Record as the man who grew the tallest plant. Okay, so he remember how the young man, he grew such a tallest plant, and then his name came here in Guinness Book of World Record. Okay, he remembered that it is not a tripling effort, tenacity and perseverance are what made that man achieve that feat. Okay, so I'll tell you what is tripling. Okay, tripling means not important. Okay, okay, tenacity means determination. Okay, the character of not giving up a work easily. Perseverance, the quality of doing something is in spite of difficulties. Okay, not giving up quickly. And FEAT, fit. Okay, fit means a work that needs skill and courage. Okay, continue to read. Years and years of care, love and devotions are needed to attain such great things. Okay, so I'm sure this Manipuri young man, he gave his time, he gave his devotion in order to raise up this tallest plant, right? So compared to it, my work of raising the level of the road is a child's play only. Okay, so Sanatan is saying himself that raising the level of the road is a just child play. Sanatan said to himself. Okay, so so we'll continue. Sanatan also remember a line of Rabindranath Tagore's song. Okay, if no one responds to your call, then take the road alone. What beautiful lines, thought he. He would exactly do that whether the others join me or not. I will do the work on my own, he decided. Okay, so he even remembered that Rabindranath Tagore song, if no one responds to your call, then take the road alone. Okay, this line really inspired him to do something. Okay, so Sanatan, he decided to do something by himself. Okay, so in next part 2 we'll continue what did he do. I will let you know in part 2. Okay.